Wilt Chamberlain's my all-time favorite player.
Wilt Chamberlain?
I never got a chance to see him play, but he was my all-time favorite player. I had this robot when I was young and used to always say Wilt Chamberlain, Wilt Chamberlain. And I was like, man, who is Wilt Chamberlain? And they said he scored 100 points. And so the robot was like ChatGPT back in the day. So
that's cool.
That's how I fell in love with Wilt Chamberlain being my favorite player because he was the strongest, he was the fastest. The robot was telling me all these crazy stats about him that was outside of basketball. So that's why, I wanted to meet Wilt Chamberlain. They used to call him the Big Dipper because he used to have to duck his head.
Did you ever meet him?
I didn't get a chance to meet him, but when I first moved to LA and played out there, I stayed in Prince's old house, 2131 and 2131. Yes, Antello Drive. Yes, he has an album called that. So 3121 or something like that. Antello should be Prince's old house or something like that. Well, yes.
That's Prince's old house?
Yes.
What a memory. You remember his address?
Yeah, that's the house I stayed in.
How many times did you go to Prince's house?
Well, I lived there.
You lived. That was you. So you bought it from him.
I got that house. I lived there for the time I played for the Lakers, and then right next to my house
Can you hit
was
the pictures? I want to see the pictures. It looks sick.
Wilt Chamberlain's house. So that's how
Get out
I
of
was
here,
so happy.
Dwight.
Yes,
Get out of here.
Yes, the house that he stayed in, his roof will open up like the bedroom roof. He had it to where it could open up. You can see the stars at night. So that's how I was like.
You never talked to him or met with him?
He was already gone by then. So I was like,
you came to the league in 04. He died in, I think,
Yeah.
1999.
He was already gone.
This robot of yours, this pre-chat GPT thing, there's one story about Wilt that everybody knows about.
20,000? That's not real.
Okay, there's allegedly a story that Wilt Chamberlain has slept with over, I thought it was 10,000 women.
20,000.
20,000.
Listen, you'll lose count after a couple thousand.
I don't think it's possible.
What do you think is accurate there? Here it is. Shaq on why Wilt Chamberlain was saying he had sex with 20,000 women is a lie. You had meeting 20 women a day. So what do you think was accurate with that? I mean, listen, I've seen how NBA players roll.
Okay, so let's do it like this. Back then there was no teams were flying chartered planes. I mean, where they were flying, they were taking buses, or they were taking regular planes. When would he have time to meet how many women a day? 20 women a day to sleep with him.
Listen, man, make the time, Dwight. You make
no
the
way.
time if it's a priority.
Okay, but still, there's no way he could play basketball, practice, and sleep with 20 women a day. I don't think that we have enough inside of us to go out 20 times.
By the way,
it's a lot.
It's funny you're saying this because I remember the one interview that he did, okay?
He said he embellished it.
But have you seen the interview where, Rob, can you pull up some of the interview? It's not the 20,000 women. Of course, Shaq even says that's crazy to be able to do that.
It's a crazy number.
But type in Wilt Chamberlain max bench press. Okay, max bench press. I mean, this guy.
Strong as hell.
Yeah, but the stuff. Just play that first clip. Watch this. Can you go back a little bit with audio, or you don't have it?
No, I can.
Okay, go for it.
I mean, I'm a guy bench pressing around 600 pounds. When I was at my best.
600 pounds?
I mean, I'm a guy bench pressing around 600 pounds.
So he says he bench pressed 600 pounds. He says his vertical leap claim was what? 48 inches. Okay? On some interviews, he said his vertical leap was 60 inches, right? He says he squatted 1,000 pounds. Damn. That's the claim that he made, that he did. This is it. Watch this. He claimed he had a 48-inch vertical, okay, which that's Michael Jordan status. He claimed he squatted. Just type in Wilt Chamberlain squat, okay? Wilt Chamberlain squat claims, okay? He says he squatted. Do you see the stories there? He said he squats 1,000 pounds. You can ask it on ChatGPT, see what it says. That's the same exact thing. He claims he was with 20,000 women. He claims he did all this stuff. How much of it was he was just either psycho-competitive or, slight exaggerating what he really did?
I think he was embellishing a lot. I think he was exaggerating a lot of different things. I could see him squatting a lot of weight. I could see him running very fast.
Pounds, bro.
I don't know about 1,000 pounds. I could see him doing a bench press. I have talked to Arnold Schwarzenegger, and we was in Gold's Gym out in what's that, Santa Monica?
Venice Beach. Yeah,
Venice Beach.
It's the one that opened in the back. It's sick. It's beautiful.
PBD's old stomping
And
ground.
I saw
That
him.
was
He
his
was
thing.
like, "Everybody get down, do it now." I was just with Wilt Chamberlain. I saw him lift 2,000 pounds. But I saw
That's not a bad Arnold, Dwight.
But I did see him there. He did talked about how strong Wilt Chamberlain was. He said the strongest person. You got Wilt. You got Arnold, who's always lifting weights. Said how strong he was. The 20,000 sounds crazy to me. I could see him doing some crazy weights. I talked to some players who played against him back in the day. There was one guy who said, it's so crazy. He said Wilt dunked the ball one time so hard that when he dunked the ball and the ball hit somebody's foot from the rim, and it broke the person's foot. I said, get out of here. You're like, y'all are just making stuff up.
This is what Conan the Barbarian with Arnold and
In the middle. Look at the giants.
even if the 20,000 is not true, a lot of people think that that's 90% overinflated. Even if it's 2,000 women, what are your thoughts on that many?
That's a lot of energy. That's a lot of, you're bringing on a lot of energy to yourself. But again, back
You can
in
bottle up that energy and use it on the court.
But back in the day, I mean, it was probably a lot cleaner in life
Then today.
They were doing a lot of parties, like what was the big party they used to have back then?
Club
That was
54.
like
Studio 54.
Studio
Oh,
54.
Coachella, yeah.
Well, he probably was at Studio 54 with Rick James, who was my favorite. So I could see him doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah, you were fairly one of the biggest guys yourself. Oh, is this it? This is it. 40-yard dash and 4.6. Vertical leap. This one says 5. He ran a 100-yard dash in 10.9 seconds. I mean, you see the stuff that you read about this, but
Specimen.
what's the most you ever benched? What was your?
Well, I did. Was it 475?
You benched 475. Dwight,
Yes.
that's sick with those arms, bro.
Being
to
long.
be that big, yeah.
My many reps I did was 3. I did 315 24 times.
Get out of here.
Yeah, this one I was
Combine
trying to
is
bench press every day.
225 20 times is a big
I
deal.
was trying to bench press every day.
Wait,
I
what
wanted
did you
to
say?
be
You did 315, how many? 305, how many?
24 times. 315 was 24 times.
Holy shit.
What's up, y'all? This your boy Dwight Howard, a.k.a. the Hall of Fame Superman in the building. If y'all want to connect with me, ask me any question, just go to Connect, and I got all the answers for y'all. Yeah, I can tell you how many women, Wilt Chamberlain, no, that was just fake. But guess what? I got all the expertise, basketball, chess. If you want to learn how to do Snapchat, if you want to learn to get that jump shot silky smooth like me, if you want the fresh fade with the nice hair, come check your boy out. We got expertise in a lot of areas. Remember, Connect and Connect. I'll see y'all there. Peace.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.